Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays West of Loathing. Here we are, having now gotten into Frisco City proper. What's up, Smee? You kinda owe me, like, big time? You did it, thanks, boss. No problem. We got the track laid right up to the station now, the first ever cross-territory railroad thanks to the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company, and principally you! You did a real good job, Nor Thernlion. Aw shucks, don't mention it. I can't help but get the feeling we're getting a little closer to the end of the game here. It's not my intention. What do you guys have to say now? Before you were like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? The old Steamin' Leviathan. Yep, the good old metal Leviathan. Now playing the final cutscene. Looks like somebody on the train got a job as a projectionist. Would you like to watch this movie? It's free because movies have only recently been invented and nobody has figured out that they can charge for them yet. No, doing this will not change anything about the world or your character. When the cutscene is over, you will still be right here and you can keep playing if you want. Sure, show me the final cutscene. Some folks say endings don't matter. But other folks, they like to know how things turn out, the consequences of their actions like. With the trains running again, Frisco thrived. People came from all over to seek their fortunes, but thanks to you, they didn't have to do it while on fire because some cow attacked their wagon. We're the best. Wagon number 9? I don't know. There's probably a reference there I'm missing. And it burns me up, I gotta admit. I know I can press a key to continue, but who knows what kind of jokes I might be missing out on the interim period. Like, I feel like it's right in this game's wheelhouse to encourage you to skip past this scene and then have some kind of something funny happening afterwards. You ever think about what it was like back in the day, you know? You kind of had these streets. You didn't have any cars. It was just people walking down the road all the time. Were there sidewalks? These are questions I could look up the answer to, I suppose. But, you know, like 1900. Were there sidewalks, or was it just kind of like, just walk wherever, you know, it's unperturbed right now? With the railroad completed and Norden ousted, Smee found himself out of a job, but in of an opportunity. After being elected mayor, he managed the growth and infrastructure of Frisco with compassion and pragmatism. In 1944, Frisco was named Most Reasonable City by the Tuesday Evening Post. Great job, Smee. City Hall? More like Smee-T Hall. Also, you were mayor for like 60 years? That's crazy, dog. Or at least you set up a lasting legacy. Alright, hello, Smee. The idea of city life didn't appeal to Susie much. After you and she parted ways, she moved down the peninsula a ways and settled at Cowsbane Farm. Still fighting the good fight in her own way. There she is. Growing Cowsbane, whatever the heck that is. Hopefully she's still in my party despite watching this scene. After she finished getting the bakery boys up and running, Louise moved to Frisco and opened her own shop specializing in artisanal breads and pies. Yeah, it seems correct. Thanks to your assistant, Hobart Buppard got the photography bug, or should we say the photography owl. Anyway, he opened up an art gallery so the citizens of Frisco would never again have to suffer from the inability to see pictures of owl skeletons whenever they wanted. There they are. All varieties of owl skeletons. It's like the most side quests I've ever done in an RPG. Kurtz left the fort and set up a shop in Frisco. His fitness group skyrocketed in popularity. The growth was entirely due to word of mouth because the first rule of Kurtz Fit is you cannot stop talking about Kurtz Fit. See, it's CrossFit. Get it, Ruka? Kurtz till it hurts. The musicians you sent to Dirtwater formed a band called Wasco and the Pufferfish. They had a few hits, then mostly faded into obscurity, though you'd occasionally still hear Wasco in a radio ad years later. What a wonderful dance craze. Pump the jam, pump it up while the feet are stomping. I want a place to stay. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. Make my day. Buffalo Bill retired from the killin' trade and made a killin' opening up a restaurant in Frisco. Buffalo, Wild Wings. It's a little strange that he's cooking up, you know, animals that he is half of. You solved all of Breadwood's problems. With the increase in morale and civic resources, they were able to clear the weeds from the road and fix the well and that broken hitching post. There was even enough left over to give the mayor's office a new coat of paint, refresh the facade on the Buttery Biscuit, and add a second story to the bunkhouse. They even managed to get that horse into rehab. I mean, we did do right by Breadwood, no question. I want to see... Yeah, the horse is just loving life now. Olive Garden and Cactus Bill lived happily ever after. They even had a few young'uns. That's cute. Some of them are humans, some of them are cactuses. That's okay. Chuck continued to run his blood and breakfast without incident, accident, scandal, or allegation for many years. Now, is that good or bad? We don't know. You won 3 of the reenactment scenarios at Fort Memoriam. They still talk about you. Remember when that Nor fella came through here? Yeah, he was pretty good at this game. That's it. Do we have any more root beer? With your help, Roy Bean's Jelly Bean Museum became the talk of the town. Well, first they had to build a town nearby, but once they did, hoo-wee! Dude, that guy is a Jelly Bean superfan. You were remembered as a local hero in Dirtwater. Thanks to your efforts, it became twice the town it was before you got there. They even put a statue of you on the main street. It washed away the first time it rained because they made it out of salt, but still, it's the thought that counts, right? Again, we did do things right in Dirtwater as well, no question. As for you, after your adventure, you settled in Frisco and bought a very long, very narrow house. You filled it with souvenirs of your exploits and started an antique hat rack collection. When you left home, you told Rufus you wanted to seek your fortune. Unfortunately, you ended your adventure nearly penniless. Oh well, maybe Rufus can find somebody else to look up to. That's true, I was pretty much broke at the end. This is the professor's place right here. Oh! In 1906, all of the remaining cows in the West were simultaneously attacked by some kind of signal from hell. They thundered east, forming a gigantic, single-minded herd. Led by the infernal sadist Duke Bovicus, the cow army thundered east toward Dirtwater. Fortunately, a gang of rodeo clowns swept in at the last minute and slaughtered the herd just before it reached Dirtwater. Unfortunately, all the townsfolk of Dirtwater had a hard time sleeping for pretty much the rest of their lives. Seriously, it was a grisly sight. 420 years later, deep beneath the ground, ancient machines silently stopped doing the thing they were built to do. It's probably fine. You and everybody you know are dead by then, and most of humanity has moved to space. Still, though, it's a shame about the planet. There were some cool bars there. So that's a mystery we're still solving. Thank you for playing. Well, I'm still playing. You know, great, good work on the game, of course, but, like, get me out of here. I recognize many of these names. Alright, I mean, come on. How many people does it take to make a video game in this day and age? Should be like 4? 4 people, maybe? At maximum? And don't you dare, after I've loved your game, you go and squander it by giving me an ad to stuff that's similar. Well, I never. Howdy, Cluncy. Nothing going on here, huh? We still got quest lines to wrap up. We gotta figure out what's going on with this necromancer. We gotta kill the necromancer. And we need to hopefully figure out what's going on with these freaking El Vibrato things that are happening right now, but we don't have any place else on the map right now. Let's take a second to look at our necromancer's journal. Which will be in these. And then, there we go, Necromancer's Journal. It's west of the mountains. It's something to do with ley lines. You found the discipline slip that mentioned dangerous mushrooms. It said there's a patch of Mortis ostriatus near the lair. Death oysters. They only grow in a narrow band between the big canyon and the mountains. You found a note with a magic word. It's abracadabra. We still need to figure out where it is, though. Giant mountain and the canyon, or in the river, so like somewhere in here. Just wander for a bit, I guess. There we go. You spotted a distinct lack of mining in the distance. Yep, sure enough. Nobody's mining over there. We'll investigate that. Those could be the mountains, I suppose, as well. This dry washer is caked in dirt. Wash and dry it. Got 10 experience and some meats. There's a shiny thing in here. Strange silvery crystal. Now we're talking. Might be useful for El Vibrato stuff. This elevator has a lot of stuff wrong with it. Hit the problems. You hit the elevator in all the right places. Well, I don't want to brag. Okay. down into the abandoned mine. Susie's still with us. This is good news. It's very similar to our earlier mine situation with the carts and the switches. First, this mine isn't that great, but this cabinet is a big plus. Get it? Because it's a first aid cabinet. Just try to keep tabs on what the heck is going on here. This thing goes to... So we need to put dynamite in it and then blow that up. Okay, hello. I will indeed fight these snakes. It does not bother me. Fighting snakes is really my game here. So we're going to dose up. And go for shooting Nanny, which isn't very good, but when it works, it works. And that time it did not work, so... Susie will shoot the target for 6 damage. Susie will shoot the target for 6 damage. He's gonna live. That's the only thing that matters here. Now, Buffalo, shoot the bottom one, please. That's not what I wanted you to do. And the reason for that is, first off, give me some smelling salts, please. This should get at least 2 kills. What? Wait, it doesn't go to the one behind? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Oh no. No, 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 no! I lost yet again. It's embarrassing. We gain an effect angry. That's a little embarrassing. So what we're gonna do this time is fight them again, but not waste a turn using Shootin' Nanny, because that's apparently idiotic. I don't know why we mess around with that ability that has like no positive effects apparently. Just a waste of our dang time. It was honestly quite a lot of damage though. So why don't you dust this guy out? We're encountering enemies that have some serious freaking stats. Like 69 Moxie, 67 Moxie is no joke. Mind you, they can't do a whole heck of a lot when they just get shot from all angles, but it's more of like a crowd control exercise. We got meat, we got actually quite a lot of experience, and we're at 337, which is not that much accrued experience. Mind-splaining bonus, mind-splaining bonus. We should do something with this meat. I think we have to sell the meat. Yeah, they're worth 25 each and we got 35 of them, so that's like close to 1,000 meat right there. Like Chingy said, close to 1,000 meat right there. Right there. What do we got in here? Oh, we got a meat vein. Nothing there. Meat vein. My favorite band. Meat vein. Oh no. It's a big stash of mining gear. We got something to do with the cult as well. Dear Jeff, got called up north to deepest delve. See you soon. Praise me, Roberto. Sincerely, Jeff. Okay. Deepest delve, maybe. Infinite amount of sarsaparilla. You don't like this one bit. It's just a dang old cave, dude. I don't know if maybe we could like open our third eye in here by using the mushroom, but I kind of doubt it. Yo, where is my minecart? More meat nuggets. There's no minecart. Your El Vibrato transponder goes crazy when you get near these rocks. Dig in. See what's going on down here. We need to put a keystone here. We got an El Vibrato cylinder. Keystone snaps into place and the lid vanishes. You got an item, El Vibrato scraps, and another punch card. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Bunch of paper cards on the table. Grab them. It says, No kutsa pachalapu puchazeve. Alright, I don't know. Maybe we just have to unveil all of these, Oh, we can't even use the switches, so... I mean, I guess maybe that's the end of the mine here. Maybe we just, like, if we get the El Vibrato things activated in every single mine, we get some value out of that. I kind of want to go back and talk to the professor a little bit, who was back over here, It seems like we got a lot of stuff left in the desolate, lonesome coast that we have not gotten yet. You know what? You bet. Let's trade Wanderin' Sally, because straight up, I have so many meat nuggets. We can always watch the cutscene again once we get a little further into the side quests here. So, give me the safe Kraken book. That's fine for now. We could sell more. I just, like, it doesn't interest me that much. So we get the safe Kraken skill. And when you're done reading it, you lock it up in a safe that turns out to be slightly too difficult for you to crack, so it's gone forever. Oh no. Let's use some of our skills. I mean, it's a little late in the game for this, but let's use some of our experience to get safe cracking to level 3, so conceivably we could use it in the future. Should have bought this way earlier, apparently, and we will head to the professor's house and at least turn our scraps into something. I mean, we got punch cards as well, and I don't know what to do with them. Someone left a bundle of dynamite on the ground. You approach it cautiously, verifying that it's neither wired to a detonator nor connected to an actively sparking fuse. What an odd and dangerous thing for someone to leave lying around. Take it. You got 4 dynamite. A little underwhelming considering the circumstances, but... Alright, Professor, talk to me, dude. I need guidance. He will not give us guidance. It's the battery machine you recovered. Fabricate a battery. Fabricate a key. You got anything for me, Susie? What do you think we should do next? Looks like you saved the day and everything. I sure hope there's a happy ending. Any other ideas? She looks pretty low on ideas for side dalliances right now. Much obliged. No. I don't buy it. Because, you know, look at how much space is left on the map. We need to kill the necromancer. We don't just beat the game because we got to the end of the game. We have to beat the big baddie. Especially with Susie on our team, we have motivation. Your eye catches a small wooden object on the side of the trail, and you stop to take a closer look. Turns out some kid lost their bandolore, which you would call a yo-yo, but the modern patent for that won't happen for at least a couple decades. Do some sweet bandolore tricks. 70 experience. You spend a few minutes planet hopping, looping the loop, and 3-leaf clovering. It sure will be nice when they can invent one of these that you can sleep properly, so you can split the atom and bite the pants. 70 experience. Why not? He just walked on the side of the mountain. It's Skyrim. Alright, so we're up here. Wander. Give me some locations, please. A tree next to you explodes in a shower of splinters. You turn your head slightly to regard a stump with a hatchet sticking out of it, then turn the other way to regard the large bear that threw it at you. On second glance, you see it's not a bear at all, but a big muscular man with a giant beard and bearskin pants. Howdy. If you think you're gonna take me alive, you got another think coming, pal. What I was thinking of is, what should I do for lunch? And oh, that's a nice tree. I know you're one of them bandit hunters. You ain't gonna catch me hibernating. If you're playing this game for the first time, work on your hornswoggling, dude. If you can get a level 5 hornswoggle, you never have to fight. Maybe you want to fight, but who knows what I'm missing out on as a result of that. We got 70 XP. Ooh, your transponder beeps, indicating a spot to the west of where you're riding now. You spur Tim in that direction and encounter a large hexagonal monolith of El Vibrato material. You discover a new map location, Curious Flat Plain. Stop and investigate. But first, the bearskin pants. Plus 40 maximum HP. Yeah. I mean, we have other pants that were doing that for us. Or I think it's boots that were doing that for us. Current boots are plus 3 AP. The AP is pretty good. I can live with that. I'd keep going, but I'm not animated for climbing. This ladder is missing about 70% of its rungs. So dangerous, call OSHA. I don't know what a wildling's gonna do. Oof, this poor explorer didn't make it down the ladder in one piece. We got an El Vibrato rod, scraps, and a punch card. This is definitely one of the largest hexagons you've ever seen. The monolith is dark, insert battery. Oh, the portal still works, though. Gain stats. Oh, you learn the El Vibrato word for cash, you learn the El Vibrato word for machine. You insert the battery into the monolith and it springs to life. Everything goes blue for a second. 100 XP, energized, and we started to decipher the language. There's a piece here that's very obviously broken. Replace it. Okay. Pabus Stakuzom Bugakuz Lak Lazak Stakuzom. Yeah, you know. It's singing a song to me? I'm essentially clicking at random. Probably not an appropriate way to handle this, but sure. Is the monolith... The monolith doesn't do anything else. Okay. That was... Oh, wait. Where did this come from? There's a big El Vibrato gizmo sticking out of the ground here. It's got a button on the top. Push the button. Okie dokie. The machine makes a little ping sound. Well, I'll be listen, I ain't no weather expert, but I know enough to tell you when it's gonna rain, and that was not on the schedule for today. All I did was push this button on the gadget I found. Didn't your ma teach you not to push strange buttons you find in the middle of nowhere? Push it again. The clouds quickly disperse. Yo, that's pretty wild. What about now? Anything going on down here now that it rains? Wander? It's another, like, rich area, though. Off to the side of the trail, you see a big billboard reading Alamo Rent-A-Mule this way. You mark the location down on your map in case you're even in the market to rent a mule. You just never know. Let's go there now. Why not? As long as it's not run by ghosts, I will, like, visit any business. Plus, free needles. Look, oh, sorry, I thought it was like, look, this is where you go. No, looks like this is where you go to rent a mule, just judging from the sign, you know. Howdy, welcome to Alamo Rent-A-Mule. How can I help you? I'd like to rent a mule. Excuse me, but didn't you ride up here on a horse? Yes. So what do you need a mule for? I guess you have a point. Please remember us in the future if your horse breaks down, though. It's a bunch of features you can pay extra for when renting a mule, such as anti-lock hooves, getting kicked insurance, side of coleslaw. Okay, sure. Oh great, another customer, as if I didn't have enough to deal with already, what with the paperwork and the heat and the mule bites, and someone keeps stealing my lunch out of the employee icebox. And my trick knuckle is acting up again. Gosh. Sure would be nice to get a little peace and quiet, but nope, I gotta stand here at the counter all day and the hardwood floor isn't helping my sciatica. Let me tell you, don't even get me started on what they pay us around here. The mules eat better than I do, so you don't go to this guy to complain, you go to this guy to get complaints. And as if that wasn't bad enough, I went and dropped my daughter's birthday present down a stupid hole at a stupid mine. Will anyone go get it for me? Yeah, right. You want me to go get it? Absolutely. It's a place called Deepest Delve. We're cracking this wide open, man. I was looking to scavenge some free string to tie up the package with, and I dropped it. And of course, because it's a bracelet, it's round, so of course it rolls into a hole under some kind of stupid machine. It's the least I could do after, like, pilfering all the needles in your haystacks. We needed to go. This might be the final boss type area. Your transponder bleeps at you, which, like, it's in the right location is what I mean. Which means one thing, treasure or a fight. Oh, I guess that's really two things. Well, anyway, this time it turned out to be a fight, specifically a fight with a large robot. Well, assuming you decide to fight it, which we will. I don't know. I don't want to kill these guardians of the planet. These things might be good. I should just leave them alone. I'm probably making them angry here. But we did get some moon bits. Coal Smasher 5000. Even though it's a little lighter on time, I think this is going to be a rich mine, so I'm going to save it just on the off chance we've accidentally stumbled on the, you know, Bovamancer's lair. I wouldn't want to end the series accidentally by just popping it off here right now. So, forgive me this little abundance of caution. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. Go peep West of Loathing on Steam. And I'll see you next time.